Hey, beautiful people. I hope this message reaches you in good spirits. My name is Broderick, and I'm so excited that you found yourself here on this page. It's definitely the right place at the right time, and you're getting to hear the right information. And so, with that being said, if you found this site, I'm pretty sure that either you're inquiring about getting healthier or opportunity to earn some additional income or build a lifestyle. Whichever it may be, I'm here to support and help you, through that process. And so, just introducing myself, prior to and joining this incredible company called Herbalife, I actually played sports professionally. I wound up on my cousin's couch, broke. I really didn't have any money, didn't save any money, and so I found myself, having to transition into what they consider, I guess the other world's not the real world because I was in the real world. Now, wherever you at is the real world, right? But I had to transition over into the work world, I guess you would say, the 9 to 5 world. In doing so, I found it very difficult to be able to find a job. And this is something that I find so interesting because there's never been a point in my life where I didn't hear people having difficulties, getting jobs. Even when it seemed like there was abundance of, job opportunities out there, people always kind of find, I had difficulties getting a job, no matter the degree or whatever the case may have been. It's like people had those difficulties. And there's something else that I always notice as well is that people, have always struggled since I can remember. People, good, hardworking people, always found themselves, in a bind where, it's like I make enough, but I don't make enough to live the way I want to live or do the things that I would really like to do. And that's unfortunate. It really is because, I grew up in a household where we didn't really have much. I really never knew, that we were poor until I got older, right? And I started seeing, it was points where we were having to get, assistance from the church or, I'm witnessing my mom go work, 3 different jobs. And, I would only see her when she was getting off her night job and I was getting ready to go out the door to go to school. And so this is, a little bit about me. And so when this, company found me, I was really reluctant to try it. One, because I had never, been trained up on an entrepreneur mindset. I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur, and I've always had little side hustles, doing little things again to be able to help out of the house because, like I wanted to have certain things and I never wanted to be a stress on my parents. And so I learned how to fend for myself early on by, doing what I had to do to be able to make that happen. And so, playing sports my whole life, I never believed in taking any products. And so when I found out about these, I was really reluctant. I was like, nah, this is not for me. I don't want any parts of it. And so I said no. But then something happened, a shift change. I took the opportunity just to go take a look, just to go check it out. Why? Because the lady that, that was telling me about it, she supported me, by allowing me to train her. I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and, take a look and support her. And when I went, I was that negative person, bad attitude about, and just negative, and not negative in life, but just negative about that situation. Cause I went to go support, but I was still kind of reluctant. And it was like, man, this is gonna be like one of those infomercials where, they have 30 people walk across the stage and lie and cry about the results that they're getting. And I was just blown away when I got there because they asked a question. They said, "Has anybody in the room gotten a result?" And I was pretty much the only one sitting down. I'm like, "Nah, this is no way. Isn't real." And as I listened to the stories were so authentic. I mean, I couldn't help myself but to wonder and imagine, like, what if this is true? What if this was possible? Because I witnessed so many people in my family go from being, incredibly athletic to being overweight, from being overweight to passing away, right? From some kind of health related, complication. And I'm like, if this thing could help my family, I would bleed green forever. And in particularly my mom, because I'm a mama's boy. And as I, have stated, like she did a lot for me. And so it was a grand opportunity to do something. And so of course, before I could tell my mom about it, I had to try the products for myself. And I struggled, my whole life gaining weight. I never had losing weight, it was always gaining weight for me. And so when I tried the products, my thought process is I want to be able to put on some, some mass and see, how these things really work because I was thinking about going and playing football at the time. And so this is what happened for me. My very first week, just trying the products out. Prior to Herbalife, I always felt like I had good energy. And like I said, I struggled gaining the weight. So once I got on my plan, the first thing I noticed was my energy level was crazy. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. And then I was able to put on 15 pounds of lean muscle, drop 4% body fat. Y'all, and the rest is history. And it's just so incredible because, again, it's just one of those things where, you know, it's like it was almost surreal because I didn't tell anybody that I was using the products. I didn't tell not one soul. And what ended up happening is people start asking me about the energy that I gained. They was like, "Hey man, I noticed, you got way more energy than you had before." Because at that time I was working 4 different jobs. Right. I one of them I told you about was personal training. I did IT for a big company, and then I also did speed and agility for children. And I was doing the sound for my church at the time, and so like I was on all day. And so for somebody to ask me, what I'm up to, and then I earned from it in my very first week, I earned an extra $200. It blew my mind. It really just, again, it sparked, it ignited the what if factor. If it was possible, could this be a way? And y'all, I embrace that. I know sometimes, people hear that and they reject that thought. Yeah, you got to be real, you got to be realistic. Well, I wasn't about, being realistic. Realistic didn't really serve me well, and getting the things that I wanted out of life. So I knew that I had to be a dreamer. I knew that I have to, reach for the stars and think big. And so I took the opportunity on to be able to see if I can get my mom healthy. And so that $200 quickly grew to over $5,000 a month. And I've been able to earn, 6 figures inside of this company and maintain that. And it's an incredible feeling because I hadn't worked for anyone, or any type of company since I was 27 years old, y'all. And it's just, it's amazing. Now, I do want to preference this. Everything that I've told you about is not typical. It is what's possible. And through hard work and dedication, this is something that could be possible for you, as well as the results that I received is health wise. It's the same thing. It's not typical, but it is what's possible. The average person only loses about a pound to a pound and a half per week, right? And that's and that's still great. We all have our own race to run, and so I want to let what's available to you. And if this sparked your interest, if you say, "Hey, I would like to know more," how are you able to do that? Whether that's getting results, if you say, "Hey, I want to help my family and friends, and be able to supplement some income while getting some results," or you say, "What's this lifestyle building thing? What is that about?" That's what we're here for. And we want to share with you because, again, the vision is grand on what's possible. The goal is to take good nutritional habits all around the world, minus all the FUD and the trickery that goes on, because it goes on. That's why you see everything, like it's so subtle and, but it's right there always in your face. The fast food restaurants are all offering plant-based options now, right? And it's a way to subliminally make you feel like you're being healthy, make you feel like you're doing, yourself some service. And it's not to say that's not a step in the right direction, but the thing is like now you can take control of that. Now you don't have to keep feeding the places that wasn't feeding you properly, right? Like they were actually helping you dig your own grave with a spoon or a fork. You don't have to keep making someone else rich and keep building up someone else's dream by giving away all your time and energy and effort to them and neglecting your families or yourself. More so yourself. And that's what I found out, when I stepped into that work world, is that, I was really neglecting and I wasn't feeding into me, and everything that I believed in and every dream that I had and every possibility I saw was getting covered up by dust. And, and I was just burying myself and I was submerging myself to lift someone else up to be able to build their dreams. And that's not what we're about. And we want to show you how to, go after yours, build your own dreams, build your own lifestyle, right? Create a financial wall around you and your family brick by brick. So yes, we are here to present you, with an opportunity, and I would love to share with you more in detail what that looks like. And so if this excites you, please make sure that you fill out one of our wellness profiles, or you can contact me directly. Just my information is there, my phone number. You can text or you can call. I prefer you call, and let's talk about it. Let's do it. So nevertheless, I want to thank you for taking the time to check this out, and I'll see you soon. Peace.